Hey, let's talk about it, cause honestly we need to talk about social issues, just uplifting my people. Yeah, let's talk about it. Come join the conversation. A connection's what we're creating. Yeah.
Boom. Let's talk about it. So, today is Thursday, and I'm gonna call this Thankful Thursday. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just, working out, and I was just thinking about a lot of things, and I was just like, sometimes you have these moments, and I sat back, and I kind of teared up because I was just thinking man, I'm thankful. Like I'm really thankful. You know what I'm saying? And I think about all the seasons in my life where I was saying no, right? In the church, you have all of these songs. I say yes to my Lord and this, that, and the other, right? But quiet is kept. And if we gonna keep it keep it totally real. I went through a season of my life where no was my answer. Like sometimes God would be speaking to me and I'd be like, nah, not right now. Nah, it ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it'd be a situation to where something to happen and I know I'm right. And God will come to me and be like, hey, listen, you know what's right. So you need to apologize. And I say, nah, nah, I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I ain't doing that, whatever, right? And what I was doing was I was prolonging the blessings I was supposed to have for my life. But I'm thankful that even in those moments, God had his hand around me. Like I could have been crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like I could have been, my mind could have been messed up, right? But I'm thankful that God kept his hands around me. All of us are blessed in our own ways, right? And I was truly blessed because, and I say this all the time, I talk about my grandparents, but I actually got to see it firsthand in how they lived their life. And because of them, I was blessed by association. And for many, many years, I was good with that. Their personal relationship that they had with God, I was blessed by association, and I was good with that. But what I'm thankful for is there was something inside of me that I just never felt comfortable because I needed my own personal relationship. I needed my own personal relationship with God. What they did was they put the blueprint. They let me know that, nah, this thing is real. You know what I'm saying? I've seen, what he's done. But I had to have my personal relationship with God. And I'm thankful that at 44, I have that. And I think that sometimes, we get into this mode to where, we're stuck in the middle of where we want to be. And it's just like we get stuck there and our mind stays there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a firm believer that, I can't do that because time to me is so precious. When I was younger, to this day, I'm up early. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm up early. When I went to boot camp, everybody said, oh, they gonna wake you up early. I was always the first one up. Like I was just up early, but that came from my grandfather. If school started at 8:30 or whatever, man, we was up at 5. Right. And I was just like, what are we up for? We would be up at 5 and just like sitting there. But he used to always tell me, like, you never know. It might be a train, might be an accident. Like you just never know. And that stuck with me because time, we think that we have all the time in the world. You know what I'm saying? My grandparents was in their 80s when they left this earth. But for me, it seemed like it was such a short period of time. I can't go back and I can't get those times back. I can't get those conversations back. But what I'm thankful for is I appreciated them while it happened. I gave them nothing but reverence while it happened. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thankful for that. Now I can, any of us can find a reason to be sad. You can literally wake up in the morning and choose, today is the day that I'm going to have an attitude. You can be sitting down. You can choose. I'm going to be upset today. And that's your right. That's your right to choose. But sometimes you don't think of how that affects everybody around you. You see, if I wake up and I got a problem and I choose to, wear that on it affects everything. It affects everything. So you have to make a conscious decision to be happy. You have to. I woke up this morning, and like I said, this is Thankful Thursday, and I was just like, God, I'm thankful. I'm thankful. I have the things that I prayed for. And let me tell you about that. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you get the things that you pray for, and it's what you do with them after. What I talk about time, right? You delay the next blessing about how you appreciate what you have now. So this is Thankful Thursday, man. I'm pretty sure somebody can wake up and they don't like what they see in their bank account. And then that dictates their whole day. Somebody's waking up right now and they like, man, such and such said such and such to me yesterday and I'm this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. That's your decision to make. But when you wake up, you determine your day. I can't stand when people tell me that they're going into work and my boss about to get on my nerve. I don't even feel like going in there. What you have just did, you have just made the universe align with your words. You're going into work saying that you're going to have a bad day. So guess what? Any small thing that happens that would normally happen, it's highlighted by you. Now you're having a bad day. I can't stand when somebody tell me how bad next week is going to be. It ain't even here yet. It's not even here yet. So by you saying next week is going to be bad, you messing it up right now. So sometimes, man, you just have to make it a point to just be thankful. You woke up this morning. There's 365 days in the year, right? And for some people, they live it yearly. Next year is going to be my year. But when you should do, every day you wake up is another day to get it right. Every day that you wake up, God is giving you another opportunity. Now, for some, maybe that does make you feel good to say, okay, next week, you know what I'm saying? Next year, I'm going to do this, that, and that. Maybe that makes you feel good. I don't know. But for me, every day that I get up, it's what can I do to let God know he made the right choice to allow me to wake up? I get up and I do these videos and, that's my way. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my way. I found something that I feel is my purpose. So what is your purpose? For some people's purpose is to critique everybody else. Like I said, I always say this, right? I hear everything, right? And so when certain things get back to me that's said about me, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, I would get mad and I had to get with you. Now I just be like, how you going to tell me about me? I know who I am. How you going to tell me about me? How can you be upset about something that I'm doing that's, you know what I'm saying? That's helping other people. But guess what? If that was my focus, it'll take me off course. So this ain't even a deep video today. This is just something to really, really think about, is that when you woke up this morning, did you complain or was you thankful? When you were walking out to your car and you starting it, were you thankful for that car? Or did you find everything wrong with it? Were you grateful? There's somebody right now that's sitting in a hospital bed, laying in a hospital bed, and wish they can do what you're doing. There's people that have less than you that are happy. They're happy with what they have. And here you are looking at all of these so-called rich people, because you never know somebody's financial state, but you looking at that and you comparing yourself to that, and they wish they had what you had. They wish that they had what you have, but you want what they got, and they really don't got it. So anyways, man, listen, Thankful Thursday. Find something that you're grateful for. Find something that you're thankful for. And once again, man, I love y'all, man. And I really do appreciate the people that do reach out to me and check up on your boy, man. It is much appreciated. Love y'all.